Well, folks, the election, week and a half away. And then after that, it's history. We no longer have to play a role in the 2020 election after about a week and a half, 2 weeks from now. We're done. We're done. It's great. It's a great feeling. Hopefully, on election night, we are going to have a clear winner, and it's not going to result in a prolonged legal battle in the courts where Trump's hand-picked appointees are going to hand him the election, even though he didn't win it. Hopefully, none of that happens. But regardless of what happens, 2020 election will be in the rearview mirror, which means we now all get to look forward to the 2024 presidential election, which is apparently already starting. We haven't even finished 2020, and we are already getting bombarded with the speculation pieces. But to be honest, I actually like this, and I think this is something that's worth talking about at this point, because it's interesting. No matter which way you slice it, Trump's not going to run again in 2024, so we are going to have a new Republican. We have many Republicans who would love to be president, but they've already kind of blown their shot at that. But then we have the up-and-comers. And one of the up-and-comers who was profiled this week by Business Insider is Tom Cotton. And Tom Cotton, folks, has been spending a lot of time in New Hampshire. In spite of being just a lowly little senator from Arkansas who's only been serving for really a couple years, Cotton decided to go up to New Hampshire and help embattled Republicans trying to challenge Democratic incumbents, and there's no shot of that. But Cotton didn't heavily publicize this. He didn't sit down and make a big media spectacle of it, even though he did talk to media outlets while he was there. Instead, as Business Insider pointed out, this seemed more like a dip the toe in the water, prove to your donors that you can go there and resonate in one of these early primary states, which, by the way, that whole system needs to go. It's stupid. New Hampshire is not representative of the rest of the country. Neither is Iowa. This is stupid. Nevertheless, he's there, or he went there. He did a good job. He was calm, relaxed. He was chill. He was a human. For once in his disgusting life, Tom Cotton was a human. But don't let any of that fool you. Tom Cotton is a dangerous individual. Tom Cotton is one of the biggest warmongers in the U.S. Senate since the passing of John McCain. In fact, the passing of McCain kind of passed that torch on to Tom Cotton, who, let's also not forget, essentially committed treason when he sent a letter to the leaders of Iran and said, don't abide by this agreement. He undercut the president of the United States, and by definition, that was treason. He was never charged, never convicted, but it's there in black and white. We know what Tom Cotton is about. Tom Cotton is unhappy with Trump for saying he wants to pull troops out of Afghanistan. Tom Cotton wants us to go over there in the Middle East and just stay there forever. Why? Because when Tom Cotton was in the military, one of Tom Cotton's duties for most of his military career was to be a sort of liaison between the U.S. military and U.S. government contractors. That's what he did. He worked with the contractors. I'm sure he saw battle too. I don't want to undermine the fact that he did serve, but he mostly served the contractors. And as a politician, that's what he wants to continue to do if he gets elected president, because he wants to run in 2024. Kyle Kulinski's actually been talking about Tom Cotton as a likely front runner already for 2024 for quite some time now. And I agree with him 100%. Tom Cotton's the guy to beat at this point, because the warmongering doesn't necessarily scare Americans the way it used to. We've kind of become numb to it. We have soldiers fighting in Afghanistan right now whose parents fought in Afghanistan after 9/11. We have now a generation of war that's been going, by the time the 2024 election hits, that will have been going on for more than 20 years. So yeah, people are a little bit numb to it. I'm sure most Americans don't even realize it's still happening because they're so disconnected on the issue of foreign policy. So Tom Cotton coming in and saying, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that over there, we're going to go and we're going to beat the bad guys. Who are the bad guys? Who are the bad guys? Notice that the bad guys in the Middle East only pop up when it's politically convenient. Have you ever noticed that? The real bad guys over there are the ones that we're selling the weapons to. They're the ones who are carpet bombing innocent people in Syria right now. The ones bombing school buses. Those are the bad guys, but we call them our allies. Nothing that we're doing in the Middle East makes any sense at all. We are constantly contradicting our own policy. We're selling our weapons to the bad guys who we know are selling it to the even worse guys. And then we're fighting those even worse guys, having our U.S. soldiers getting killed by the very weapons that we sold. That's what's happening in the Middle East. And that is what Tom Cotton would continue if he wins in 2024. So it's important to get these issues out there now. It's important to educate people about who these Republican frontrunners are. Because if we don't start doing it now, by the time they actually launch their campaigns, it's going to be too late.